What is Zombiethon? You may be asking yourself. I have the answer for you. It is a readathon, watchathon, activity-a-thon hosted by the Zombielicious cat at Cat's Novel Adventures. I am part of her zombie squad along with several other zombielicious creators. I will link everybody's channels down in the description box below. Other zombie squad peeps are Amy from Amy Noel Reads, Linda from The Gamer Gal, Kelty from Slime and Slashers, and Andrew from It Came From the Page. So let me tell you what my plans are for Zombiethon 2025. So I have recently delved into the art of journaling. Now, I've kept some written journals before for my reading, and I decided to start April with some old school April journaling, but this is about zombies. So let me just get to that. So I am very new to this. So I just took Kat's graphics and put them on my journal pages. So these are empty because I plan to fill them with the things that I do during this month of Zombiethon. This is Kat's bingo board with all of the different prompts. And I have printed two of those. This one I'll be using to keep track of all my bingo points. And then here I cut them all apart so I could put my plan. So let me talk about my plans while I'm also talking to you about the prompts. So the first bingo prompt is discover your zombie name. And if you want to know how to do all of this, there is a Discord for Zombiethon, which I will also link down in the description box below. So my zombie name is Gangrene Blossoming the Septic. Another prompt is eat a zombie snack. I plan to make zombie hot dogs and Rice Krispie treats, marshmallow brains. Listen to a Rob Zombie song. I'm going to listen to and actually already have listened to Living Dead Girl. That's the perfect Rob Zombie song for Zombiethon, right? Drink a zombie inspired beverage. I am making a flaming zombie cocktail that can be seen live on camera during the cocktail hour, which will be on Sunday, May 4th, 4 o'clock Central Time on Cat's channel. I will link that live down below. This video is going out on Sunday morning, so I hope you see it in time and you get to join the zombie cocktail later today. The next prompt is to listen to a zombie podcast. So there's a new to me podcast that I haven't listened to any episodes of yet titled Zombie Apocalypse. And then there is one of my favorite podcasts, the Jersey Ghouls, and their March Madness bracket for 2023 is all about zombie movies. So I've been re-listening to that. I will link both of those podcasts down in the description box below too. The next is to complete a zombie word search, attend Zombiethon Sprints, which I will attend the sprints of others. I am also hosting Zombiethon Sprints on Friday, May 9th and Friday, May 16th. Share a zombie joke, play a zombie game, post your Zombiethon TBR, color a zombie picture, which I've already done. I'll show you in just a minute, and take a zombie related picture and post your Zombiethon TBW, which is to be watched. I'll go ahead and show you real quick my Zombiethon picture I already colored. Since this video is not going out until May 4th, I've already been enjoying, my time with my Zombiethon. So I'll talk about the books that I'm going to read. And the first one that I'm going to read is Zombie Theory, a Reader by Sarah Juliet Lauro. I read some of the essays previously, and I'm going to read a couple of more this year. I'm also reading a book called Undead Folk on my Kindle, which is about a post-apocalyptic world, and a fox that has been I don't know how to explain it exactly, but like our main character has the ability to resurrect people, and she can put them into different animals. So it's like the essence of a person, but in the animal, and that animal is the fox. It's a very short book, only 59 pages. So I don't want to say a lot about it. And I'm only a couple of chapters into it, but it's weird and I'm enjoying it. A couple of other books I want to read. My Life as a White Trash Zombie. I should be getting a physical copy of that soon. That is also the Fright Club book club pick for May. And the Fright Club book club is hosted by Cliff at Cliff Start Gems and Chris at Secrets Read. I will link both of their channels and their Discord down in the description box below also. So the other book that I'm going to read is a middle grade. No, it's a graphic novel. I probably should have waited and talked about these when I got to those specific prompts, but I'm throwing this video up quick, so I apologize for the hastiness, possible disorganization. But we're already a few days into May, and I want to give everybody a chance to participate in Zombiethon if you haven't heard about it already, and get my stuff out there before the month passes me by. And am I just kind of filling airtime right now while I look for the title of the other book I want to talk about? Yes, I am. So let me talk about White Trash Zombie, or My Life as a White Trash Zombie first. Since I just mentioned it being the book club pick, let me give you the synopsis of it. Horror meets humorous urban fantasy in the first book of the White Trash Zombie series. Angel Crawford is a loser. Living with her alcoholic deadbeat dad in the swamps of southern Louisiana, she's a high school dropout with a pill habit and a criminal record who's been fired from more crap jobs than she can count. Now on probation for a felony, it seems that Angel will never pull herself out of the downward spiral her life has taken. That is until the day she wakes up in the ER after overdosing on painkillers. Angel remembers being in a horrible car crash, but she doesn't have a mark on her. To add to the weirdness, she receives an anonymous letter telling her that there's a job waiting for her at the county morgue, and that it's an offer she doesn't dare refuse. So the other book that I wanted to talk about that I don't have my physical copy of yet either, let me go ahead to that description. That one is titled Zombies. You'll see the picture popping up there somewhere, but let me give you the synopsis of Zombies if I can find it. I feel like a zombie sometimes, trying to get myself together and make sense. Okay, so the full title of this one is a mouthful: Zombies, a Record of the Year of Infection, Field Notes by Dr. Robert Twombly. And it is 144 pages. The year is 2012, and what starts as a pervasive and inexplicable illness ends up as a zombie infestation that devastates the world's population. Taking the form of a biologist's illustrated journal found in the aftermath of the attack, this pulse-pounding, suspenseful tale of zombie apocalypse follows the narrator as he flees from city to countryside and heads north to Canada, where he hopes the undead will be slowed by the colder climate. Encountering scattered humans and scores of the infected along the way, he fills his notebook with graphic drawings of the zombies and careful observations of their behavior, along with terrifying tales of survival. This frightening new contribution to the massively popular zombie resurgence will keep fans on the edge of their seats right up to the very end. And the author of that book is Don Roth. All right, so let's get on with the watch list that I have. Watch a George Romero film. Well, I have to watch the OG Night of the Living Dead. That's always going to be my pick for the George Romero film. Then another prompt is to watch a foreign zombie movie. For that prompt, I'll be doing rewatches of Wreck and Train to Busan. Watch a zombie TV show episode. For that pick, I've already started. I've watched The Walking Dead, and then I will be watching The Last of Us. Another prompt is to watch Shaun of the Dead, great comedy horror. Watch any zombie movie. So for that prompt, I'm choosing to rewatch 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later in anticipation of the June release of 28 Years Later. And then finally, watch a zombie music video. Thriller by Michael Jackson. It's cliche, but it's a must watch for me every May for Zombiethon. The TBR prompts, I've kind of talked about them a little bit already because I've talked about the books I want to read, but here are the official TBR prompts. Read an article about zombies, read a review about a zombie book or movie, read any zombie book. So I chose My Life as a White Trash Zombie for that prompt. Read a middle grade or YA zombie book. I did have on my list for that The Bone House by Emily Lloyd Jones because I was going to listen to it through Everend, but then I had to pay more, so I don't know. I may have to adjust prompts for that. I'm also currently reading, as I mentioned, Undead Folk, which I didn't originally have in my list to read, but it's not really like YA or middle grade. So I'm going to have to kind of figure out what else I might want to read for that prompt. Another prompt is read a zombie picture book, manga, or graphic novel. And that's the one I just mentioned, Zombies, A Record of the Year of the Infection, blah, 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 so much more after that, right? By Don Roth and illustrated by Chris Lane. And then read a zombie short story. For that, I have chosen Herbert West, Reanimator by H.P. Lovecraft. So that is my quick zombie video. There will be graphics up here for you to see, pictures of the books, the movies that I talked about that I don't have like physical copies of. Lots of links down in the description box below. Subscribe to Kat. Subscribe to all of the Zombie Squad peeps if you have not already. Links to podcasts. Links to the other channels mentioned. Whew, I'm tired. Thank you so much for watching. If you're participating in Zombiethon, let me know. And I will see you in the next video if we survive the zombie apocalypse. Thank you for watching.